Okay, am I on? Okay. It is Tuesday, December 16th. I said I'd be back after having a quick show on Saturday. You are watching the Convergence Report with Mike Thomas, live streamed right here by Knox Digital Media right here at the Downtown Windsor Business Accelerator. Tonight on the Convergence Report, it's going to be, my guest is going to be Jacques Berge from the Windsor Power Group, and we're going to talk about the Windsor Power Group, and we're going to find out all about it with Jacques. And what's going to happen in the new year, and what we can do to support you in the new year going forward. But going back to say Knox Digital Media, don't forget to like us on Facebook. This is a proud moment for us, is that we are still live streamed directly through YouTube. Okay, and that is from all the views that we've attained over the last year or so, with all the viewers that have been tuning into Convergence Report, Betty and the Go, and Beyond Incredible with Ashley and Nicole, and Shay Rochelle, and also from the Windsor Express basketball games that we have been streaming also over the last couple of years. So we're very, very proud of that. Okay, so to start us right off, and again, with my, it's a pleasure to have you here today, Jacques, and I kind of use almost one of your slides from the Windsor Power Group, or what I kind of find on Facebook or all the sites when I do my research before the guest comes on. And hello, we are still live streamed directly through YouTube.
Perfect. My name is Jacques.
Okay, hi Jacques. Pleasure to be here. Tell me a little bit about the Windsor Power Group.
Really, I'm out to build a community of like-minded individuals who want to empower each other, serve each other, stand for each other's success. And you know, there's two sides. There's an entrepreneurship, leadership side, and the other side is health, well-being, spirituality.
Okay. Yeah. So where has this concept come from? Okay, and then what? And hello, I know a little bit of research. Okay, you were from this area.
I grew up in Harrow.
Okay, and then you went traveling. Where'd you go? A little bit about the Windsor Power Group.
Predominantly Toronto, but I served in the Canadian Armed Forces, so I lived in Halifax. I lived in Victoria, BC.
Okay, very good.
And yeah, I've done some other traveling as well.
Okay, and then we brought it back to Toronto, and is that where kind of the seed was planted, and then the new course or the new direction for yourself began?
I fell into something in Toronto, and I spent 4 years doing it, and then I reevaluated my life and chose to come back to Windsor.
Okay, chose to come back to Windsor. And when did you come back to Windsor? Like, when did it start, or when did you begin? I'm going to say it's not so much launching it as you've begun to start the planning, the thought process behind it.
I did something similar in Toronto, and but I've been back in Windsor about 8 months, and the Windsor Power Group has existed for 4 months.
Okay. And when you say, so let's get right to it. How do you become part? Like, how is there a membership? What is it? I need to know like what it is, and I'm throw that. I've been doing the research, okay, and saying okay, and I hear life coach,
right?
Okay, and there's membership. So we say like-minded individuals, but how do you become part of that circle?
In Toronto, I coached for a company called Landmark Worldwide. I coached a program called Self-Expression and Leadership, and that was all about building communities. So that was my training.
And when you say, so let's get right to it. How do you become part? How is there a membership? What is it? This is all about live TV. Okay, we're gonna be right back. It's about live TV, and we have just a little techno glitch that we'll be working on, and we'll be back in a moment. How do you become part of that circle?
In Toronto.
Okay, then we're back on. Okay, right off. Okay, here we go. It is Tuesday, December 16th. You're watching Convergence Report with Mike Thomas. Okay, live stream directly here from the Downtown Windsor Business Accelerator. Tonight on the Convergence Report, I am glad to have Jacques Berge from the Windsor Power Group, and we're going to talk about the Windsor Power Group, how it all come together, and what the Windsor Power Group will be doing going forward. Thank you for being on the show today, Jacques.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll go right back into it, and I always kind of laugh because it's live stream and it's kind of glitching, saying, okay, this. So does Mike look unprepared? No, Mike's not unprepared. This is like take two because we had a little technical glitch because it was live. So anyways, tell me a little bit about the Windsor Power Group.
Thank you. We're building a community of individuals who want to support each other, who want to stand for each other, who just want to see each other succeed in any endeavor that they wish to choose for themselves.
Okay, very good. And you talk, I'm saying because we're kind of I'm doing to take two. You talked a little bit about it helps in the entrepreneurial sense.
Two arms, yeah.
Okay, there's two arms, and what's the second? What's the first? Just the support, the assistance. Like, what's the mantra?
The mantra is you have two hands, one to help yourself, one to help others. Okay, we often get in our own worlds. We forget that other people are our greatest resource, and there's amazing people all around us. Sometimes we just need to get to know who they are and what they do a little better.
Okay, very good. So where did the concept, like I said, okay, how long has it started or been launched in Windsor?
4 months in Windsor.
4 months in Windsor. So where did it begin before that, for yourself? How did the journey begin for yourself?
I've always been building community. I ran softball teams, I ran hockey teams, and I was always a go-to person for events, and it's something I always enjoyed doing. And in Toronto, I started running some networking events, and I really enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun doing it. And with my move back to Windsor, I asked myself, what could I create here? Something that's bigger than me that I can grow into and be of service and then have fun doing. And that's how this came to be. Okay,
and I'll take a different spin on it just for a second, because Windsor has been through some of their most troubling times going back, and they call it the Great Recession now. Everything's got to be named, right?
Yeah,
so it was the Great Recession in 2009. So and a lot of, I went to not a seminar, I went to a media event about 3 or 4 months ago, and a fellow was trying to, the economist, an economist from Unifor, that's who was actually speaking, and he was talking about why Windsor fell so low, and then the difficulty of them coming back, and they're really not back. Do you find that a challenge, okay, in the startup, okay, of the Windsor Power Group?
Yes and no. So in crisis, there's opportunity, and it comes down to mindset, and it comes down, everything's created through language, and that's where I think community falls in, where you can be around other like-minded people.
Okay, and there had been some school of thought from a lot of people I've talked, like just doing the interviews over the last year or so with the Convergence Report, and some of the people I spoke to, there was a sense that Windsor was beginning to break through the ice. Okay, and it wasn't to break the ice to get into to go fishing. It was to break through the ice to get out. Okay, and see the sun again, and see that there was beautiful bright skies, and that was coming. Do you find that in your discussions with some of your initial new members of I'll call it membership, new members of the Windsor Power Group?
There are a lot of people that are frustrated. They're looking for new opportunities. They don't exactly know where to start or how they're going to go about doing what they want to do. And just through people that they've met through the Windsor Power Group, they've started to grow in areas where they didn't necessarily see it coming. I met a gentleman that moved to Windsor from Vancouver to open a business here. Came here, moved his family, bought a house, started a business. When I hear things like that, that totally excites me.
Yeah, no, for sure, and I'm going to say more so because the business frame of mind, because the promotion in Windsor over the last little while, because of the great transition to a retirement community, and it wasn't. And the bottom line was, you can transition to a retirement community, but you still need investment in the community. You still need you need people to come back and create employment, create jobs, or start their businesses here, or move their business here. We still need that to grow in any direction. Okay, so that is nice to hear going forward with that. When I call it, I'm going to say it the same thing. When I call it a membership, like, how do you become part of the Windsor Power Group?
You make a proclamation and you say, I wish to join. Simple as that.
Simple as that.
Well,
I'm going to put your information up at the end, so they can contact everybody watching, or somebody views this again on YouTube, because again, we're live streamed directly through YouTube, and then it replays after that, so anybody can come and see this interview, and so your information will be up there. Okay, where are they finding you initially?
It's through conversation. This has been all organic. It's just been through outreach and through referral, and really it's about you have to ask yourself, are you willing to be of service to someone else? Are you willing to be a stand for someone else's success and be willing to accept what they can offer you as well?
Okay, okay, very good, very good. Okay, I'm just going to go, I kind of moved one through the one slide here. And where I'll put a little humor thrown in here. A lot of my show is called Facebook Karma, as I saw that. And if I saw it on Facebook, I said it becomes my news, okay? And whether or not it is, we call it an entity like the Windsor Power Group or an individual posts some pictures, and I try to be sensitive to it. I really do. I don't try to do anything bad. But I couldn't resist because I knew you were going to be on the show today. And so you need to, Jacques, you need to explain. You need to explain this picture here and what this means to yourself and the Windsor Power Group.
Okay, well, I'd like to think that, you know, when we talk about a strong economy, that picture represents a strong economy. And I'm fortunate that I've spent some time in New York. I did an amazing leadership program there that really gave me the opportunity to grow as a person and be a stand for others. So that's what that's there for. Okay,
that's where that comes from. Very good. Okay, no, I totally understand that. So your training has taken you, okay, on some travels. Let's say we call it travels.
Yes.
Okay, I know it comes from Toronto. So you say you went to New York. Like, what do you? I'm sorry. Do you research it? Does it pop up on your site? Is it who you follow, as far as getting information? Like, how does that happen?
Okay, I spent my time in New York to do advanced training to become a facilitator for Landmark Worldwide. So that was part of my training.
Okay, okay.
And obviously, I thoroughly loved New York and enjoyed my time there, and hence the photograph. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, no, I like that. I like that very much. And I look at it when we talk about it, and I know we talked a little bit before about. I need explain to me a little bit about what the concept of a life coach is, because that's built into the Windsor Power Group, because that's what everybody's becoming to each other, right, or to others.
Correct. Here's the thing. Yes, I'm a life coach. Yes, I want to build a business around that. And Zig Ziglar, right? You can have everything you want in life if and when you've helped enough others get what they want. So I'm out to promote as many other people, assist as many other people, support as many people as I can, and in that I'm hoping to, make my livelihood.
Okay, very good. Okay, and that brings me, and it brings me as we talk about going through the interview, and this is one of the slides I'd like to have up there, but through the Windsor Power Group, it said the two most important days in your life are the day that you are born and the day you find out why. This is from Mark Twain. And it's also come from the Entrepreneurial Roller Coaster, rollercoasterbook.com. Okay, and again, I pulled this basically from your site, as so you're trying to be inspirational, and I do agree with that. And I do, to be born twice, and it's finding out what you want to be. How are you finding? Like I've met some of them. Okay, I met Kip McCann, and I met some other individuals, and how do they tell me? Explain that to me.
Okay. So again. The day you were born and the day that you live your life for a purpose. So the Japanese have a term called ikigai, and that means your reason for waking up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your reason for waking up. Okay. Yeah. And that, yes, and I personally, I would say for mine, and again, we've had discussions before, when I was able to be reborn, I call it reborn, okay, after getting out of manufacturing, okay, and going into to becoming a journalist, going back to school to become a journalist, and that I actually found what I enjoy, and I'm not taking away from the other 30 years that I put in another place, okay, but I definitely enjoy this a lot more. So I do totally understand the concept, and then what you're reaching out is trying to get people, okay, how do you get people to there? Or you finding those people, like, how do we?
There's some different scenarios, okay? Either people there are things in life that work, and there are things in life that don't work or may not work as well as you'd like them to. And usually it's through some type of trauma or some type of maybe bad luck or transition in life where you start to maybe re-examine who you are and what you do. And usually that's when people really start getting introspective and start looking for some answers, and that's usually the beginning of the journey. And
where do we, say for some people, is it school? Okay, is it I'm going to say volunteerism sometimes? Like, what seems to light different people's fires?
Don't forget, most people end up in occupations that they never planned to be in.
True.
And there comes a point where it becomes like a grind, okay? And it becomes self-depreciating. And no longer, they just get frustrated, and that's when they start usually looking for what it is that gives them value and reason and purpose.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yep, practicing this is live stream, so cool. Okay, but anyways, yeah, it's okay. I got to talk. Okay, very good. Okay, so I do understand that, and that's really what drives it initially. And if you can come out of it, that's so very important to be able to come out of it. Okay, because like there's some people that don't like.
Now the other side of it too is usually things we fear are actually things that we want, or there's an opportunity to discover something about ourselves. Okay, I don't mean like the fear of poor health or the fear of being poor, but I mean if you're saying, oh, I would never do ballroom dancing, right? Get that. You know what? That actually may be an area that you may want to research and look at, because that could totally give you a whole new sense of expression and excitement that you might be missing.
So it's about challenging yourself. So
right.
That's really, again, I do understand. I do understand that also, and it's getting, and at the same time, you're challenging yourself. You might be getting yourself over a particular hump in your life that's been stuck. Whether or not it's been the daily grind of the workplace that you might work for, or you just don't have a vision. And you need something to bring a vision back to yourself. So I do get that. I was going to put the slide, like, we'll talk about it just for a little bit.
Sure.
Okay. Is this a simplistic way to look at it? Well,
it's only one of a few, and I think that's a great image, especially for people that are visual, to look at and to chew on, and to allow your subconscious have your own dialogue, your own conversations around exploring balance in your life and looking at how you want to serve yourself going forward. Imagine creating a future that you actually choose, okay, that you want. And this is a great place to start, and to start asking yourself, to narrowing down, what direction could I actually start to take on?
Okay, and then and I know that I had the slide up there anyways, but I just want to go from the top and go to the side. It's that what you love, okay? And then that which you are good at, which because sometimes we, again, going back to school, I always seem to have a flair for something, but I never thought that I could become a journalist. Okay, so I found something that I was good at, okay, and I loved it, and that which the world needs. Well, I kind of think I've kind of played into that, because everybody needs a good journalist or somebody that can try to reach people. Okay, so I'm kind of building myself into this here. Okay, and of course, we're not shying away from it. We're not shying away from the bottom part of it. Is that what you can be paid for?
Right.
Okay, because that's reality in life. You still got to put food on the table.
Right.
You still have to be able to pay your bills, your mortgage, or make a better life for your family.
Right.
Okay, so really, if you look at the great concept there, it's something very interesting and about passion, mission, profession, and vacation, and it all kind of circles and intertwines.
Yeah. Look at the free market. Look at supply and demand. Look at are you creating demand? Are you meeting a demand? Do you want to be an employee or do you want to be self-employed? So those are all parameters within the local economy to examine and see, is there return on your investment? Is this a solid way to spend your resources, your time and your money?
Yes, and it's about evaluation too. It's about evaluation. Right. I'm going to say that it's about evaluation, and that's something. If you're picking something that, like again, journalism is the best way I can explain it to people. I didn't become a journalist to become a millionaire. Okay, there's looking at my co-producer Alex. Okay. We know it's a long road.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to have that build in a reality.
Correct.
To what you would, and you could maybe pick something else.
Start making it tangible.
Yeah, make it tangible, but you can still do fine.
Yeah.
Okay, and you can still have a balance.
Right.
Okay, or if you're shooting for keep going for something to go viral and that win the lottery type of profession. You can still go for it if you want, but you have to be realistic in your choices, and then have realistic goals and outcomes.
And don't stop dreaming either.
No.
Never think there's not room for you to do what you want.
Yes, of course. Oh yeah, no, that's what we're talking about. We built in the show today.
Right.
And we're saying, okay, you know what, we need to have our shows at 22 minutes. And why is that? Well, because somebody's going to buy the Convergence Report one day. Okay, and then what's built into 22 minutes, it's almost like this hour has 22 minutes, right? As well as commercial time that needs to be built in to fill the time.
Beautiful.
Right? So you have to have the plan in place, and then one day I'll sit by the phone and wait for you. I should make sure I get my phone number up there at the end of every show.
Awesome.
But right now we're going to just do the guest. That's
No
fine
problem.
with that.
Thanks.
Okay. So as we get, okay, I'm just watching my time. Let's get right into the Windsor Power Group speaking series. And this slide here, we rise by lifting others. Okay, again, tell me what's coming. Tell me what this is about. How many have you had so far?
I've had 3 great events. Sorry, 3, and number 4 is on the way. And I'm really excited about. There's amazing big dollar speakers out there, but I'm more excited about the people next door, the people that are in our community. They all have amazing stories as well. And to me, I'm blown away every time when people come out and you really don't know much about them, and all of a sudden you hear their life story and you're thinking, wow, that should be a book. And these are people that live on our streets, people we work with, but we just don't really know who they are and where they've come from.
Okay, and again, and almost I hate to say it, and again, I try to talk into reality, is that people have pulled away from people, even in neighborhoods. People have pulled away from talking like there once was, so you lose that communication, you lose that forethought, because you're not being open amongst everybody. So this is something that could begin that process.
We are all rich in the community. We're all rich in the people we know. There's great abundance there. Yeah. So we rise by lifting others, and that's by getting to know your neighbor, getting to know the people you work with, and that will cause the rise.
So when is the next one? When is the next one? And like
January 7th.
January 7th.
Correct.
And where are you having that one at?
The Ojibwe Center.
The Ojibwe Center.
Correct.
Okay. And where would they, from following this show or reviewing this at the end of the day, where would they get that information? I know I have it. They can contact you by email. They can contact you by telephone. But is there some place where some people like just doing that internet research?
Go to windsorpowergroup.com. I have a website. Go to the windsorpowergroup.com. Please send me a little message, and I'll get back to you personally, and we'll go from there.
Okay. So you do have I didn't realize you had a...
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, I kind of try to bounce it back and forth because if I see stuff on Facebook, and then realize that people you build a regular business type of website, traditional site.
It is up. Content is slowly coming, and yeah.
Okay, very good. So who's the next speaker? Do you have that in stone yet, or you just got you got your date set? And
I do have some speakers. Now they're not 100% confirmed, but I can tell you it'll be well worth coming out.
Okay, and I don't think I tried to address it in the first kind of time we talked, and people were going to ask the question at the end of the day: what's a cost? Is there a cost? What is there a cost?
The speaker series is $10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very fair.
Okay, very reasonable. Okay, excellent. Okay, and I know you've had a couple meet and greets to get people together. So you've also tried to get the initial start, and has that helped build?
Yes.
Build the group?
It's neat. Yeah, it's been. I do have some marketing. There is a marketing plan. There is a sales plan. Those things will be coming into effect soon. I really had to have an actual proper group. We have a community of about 15 coaches. We have some trainers. We have some speakers. And we're building a curriculum. We're building a calendar of events for 2015. So that will all be on the website.
Okay, well, I can tell you at least this much, and I believe I think I spoke to you very briefly at the one event that I attended here at the Downtown Windsor Business Accelerator, and it was Arthur Bartlett, the general manager for the Downtown Windsor Business Accelerator. He came in, I think, as it was ending, and the crowd, the group was still here. It was still pretty full of people, and he's just the general manager, so there's not that he needed to know. He's on a need-to-know basis. Okay? And his question to me was, who is in there? Why are all those people here? And what is going on?
Yeah.
Okay, so that must have been extremely, like it must have make you feel very, very good, have a great success that you're noticed that quickly at one of your first events.
The premise is we want to touch your heart, move your soul, inspire new action, and for you to discover your power.
Oh, that's good. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
And I think I think you've begun. You're in the right direction.
Yeah.
And you're pulling together. Like, how many's in the group now? I know that
There's about 80 active members.
Oh, very good. Oh, that's
Yeah.
for just beginning. Yeah.
Correct. I have a core of about 20 individuals,
Okay.
and then but there are a lot of other people that have been in and out and participated or collaborated, or simply just been with us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Very good.
Yeah.
That's an excellent start.
Yeah,
okay.
thank you.
I'm going to thank you right at this point in time. I'm kind of watching the clock and watching how it's going. Okay. And I want to thank you very much for being here. We do look forward to having you back in the new year.
Yeah.
And trying to help you reach the next step, the next level, and maybe help us reach the next level also.
Can I have 10 seconds?
Sure.
January 4th, I'm running a goal-setting workshop. Sunday, January 4th at the Ojibwe between 11 and 1. And it's a real opportunity to create the next 90 days into the new year to make things happen for you. And you'll have individual coaching for that as well.
Okay, and again, check out their website, www.windsorpowergroup.com.
Thank you.
Okay. Also, you can contact Jacques at windsorpowergroup. Oh, not .com. That's the email. That was the email also?
Jacques at windsorpowergroup.com.
Jacques at windsorpowergroup.com. Yep. Okay, or you can contact him directly and he'll respond back to you very, very directly. So, again, thank you very much. This has been the Convergence Report with Mike Thomas. Again, special event. You'll make talk to the camera. Okay, special event. That we're kind of moving to Tuesdays. We're kind of moving to Tuesdays. This is the night that we want to be on, or I want to be on going forward. So look for us on Tuesday nights, and again, look for us on YouTube, and like us on Facebook, and make sure you subscribe to us at Knockstrom 1 on YouTube. And again, I'm Mike Thomas. I'll see you next week.